disappointing defeat here to Tipperary and Thurles. What did you like about your side's performance over the hour?
Yeah, look, I suppose, to be honest, the scoreline probably didn't reflect the way the game went. We conceded probably too many goals, but at this level, I suppose you make the slightest mistake, they punish you. And that's one learning we got from today. But I've asked the girls all year for three things: attitude, application and work rate. And they gave us that in space today. I genuinely think for long periods of time we won the middle third battleground. They were just outstanding. They never give in. You know, like, we have to remember, we 15 new girls on the panel this year, and that was probably a lot of their first time playing in the cauldron of Simple Stadium. And to be fair, every single one of them, to me, acquitted themselves really, really well. It was our benchmark to see where we were at this particular type of the season, because through the league we made changes, as you know, every day, and we gave as many girls starts and game time as we could in the league, and that's all we needed to do and we wanted to do this year in the league. So to come out here, I suppose it's a knockout, it's against a top four team really, team that probably should have been in the All-Ireland final last year. They should have beaten Galway, so that's the level we're at. Their season campaigners, like Tipp of household names in Camogie. I didn't see too much today of them because of the way our girls battled and fought, and it was a phenomenal display. Look, the scoreline sometimes does not reflect your effort, and we'll take plenty of learnings from today.
Yeah, you conceded a goal after 40 seconds, but the response to get the next 2 points, probably a testament maybe to where the group is, you hope anyway, the way they're heading, you know, they have a bit of resilience in them, and obviously that bit of quality as well up front.
Yeah, look, young Laura Southern up there and Steph, it was a thankless job, but I thought they performed outstandingly well. They had them in trouble at times. We probably at times could have probably gone a bit further and threatened the goals. The one time we did, we hit the bloody crossbar. But I'm so proud of them. I'm absolutely so bloody proud of them. When you're with a team and half of your team is new, half of your panel is new, for them to give back what we've asked for them, and their attitude and their work rate and everything is phenomenal, and that's all we can really ask of them.
Yeah, it sets it up. There's a bit of a gap now, I suppose, for your next game in the All Ireland. It doesn't get too much easier when it's Cork.
We have a handy one against Cork down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh there at the end of May, you know. So we should be the bookies' favourites for that. But look, to be honest, there was a bit of a discussion around this year before we got back, would we be better off intermediate or not, and I rang a couple of the girls, the more seasoned campaigners, let's say, and their attitude was, no, we want to play and test ourselves against the best. And how do you get better? You play the best, and we're going out against the All-Ireland champions. We're under no illusions that's going to be a tough day, but we'll get huge learnings from it. We're facing in then the following week to Wexford, and 7 days later to Clare. Like, let's call a spade here. Wexford, Clare, ourselves. One of them teams is going to be in an All-Ireland quarter-final as a curtain raiser to an All-Ireland hurling semi-final. That's some carrot for any of them three teams. And I'm not saying Tipp and Cork will beat all of us, but if you're going on form, that's what you're looking at. Like, Camogie's such a weird sport in one way, in that the league this year, Division 1B and Division 2A were won by two intermediate teams who beat two senior teams. Do you know, that wouldn't happen in hurling. So Camogie, it varies from year to year, it varies from week to week, do you know, but we've a really young panel, a really united panel, and genuinely, I couldn't be prouder walking off that pitch today with the effort they gave.
Joe, playing Quaid Constable as a sweeper today, is it having one eye on Cork?
Look, we have to have more than one egg in the basket, especially on Easter Sunday match. Yeah, look, you'll never progress in the championship if you're playing one way. And today we decided to play Quaid as a sweeper, and look, it worked at times. At times it didn't. We pushed around a bit then towards the end. the one worrying thing is probably all year we've been conceding bloody early goals. That's something we will really sit down and work on. But the girls are so willing to learn. They're their own biggest critics, to be fair, and the last couple of weeks especially, the intensity they brought to training has been phenomenal. And do you know what, I only asked them before the match, go out and try to be the best version of themselves that they could be today, and I think every single one of them put in a massive effort and